Okay, in this short video, we're going to show how to use the parametric plot 3D function in Sage to plot a line and a plane in parametric form. Alright, so this first question is plot the line through this given point that is parallel to this given vector v. Okay, so we enter the point P and the vector v both in vector form. And be sure to use double parentheses. You could also use parentheses followed by a square bracket. Let's hit Shift Enter. So that stores P and V. And then let's see what P and V are. So okay, that's this point and this vector. And then let's plot the point P and this vector V. That ordinarily, if you just plot the vector V, it'll start the vector at the origin, but if here I put this start equals P command, and so that'll start the vector V at P. So, and then also the size function makes the point a little bit bigger. So here you see, okay, we've got this point P, and this is our vector V. Okay, then let's now introduce a parameter. So we tell Sage that, okay, we're calling this parameter t, and here's the parametric form of the equation of the line through P with direction vector v. You take a scalar multiple t of v. Remember to use the asterisk. If you forget the asterisk, Sage will give you an error. Okay, so this is the parametric form of the equation of a line, and then now here's the plotting command. So it's parametric plot 3D, the function in parametric form that we're trying to plot, and then give the range for where the t value is. So here's what we get, and here we see this line in blue. To make it a little bit more interesting, let's add in the actual point P and the vector V starting at P. So I've made a new a new variable or whatever, my plot1, and that's going to store the parametric plot 3D that we just plotted above, and then add to it the plot of the point P as well as the plot of the vector V starting at P. So hit Shift Enter. Okay, then that has stored my plot1 as a plot, and then now let's see what my plot1 is. And okay, so we see that now here we've added to that line the point P that we were given and the vector V. So this is the line in blue. We've got the line through the point P in the direction of this vector V. Alright, now what I want to do is, so that answers that question. Now what I want to do is add another vector because I want to talk about plotting the graph of a plane, or plotting a plane through a given point and parallel to two given vectors. So let's introduce another vector w, and I get an error message, unfortunately. Well, I don't know what that was about, but okay, I ran it again, and here we have, I've introduced this other vector w, and I've plotted it, I've added it to my plot. So this is what this plus equals means, is you already have my plot1, and then you add to it this plot of this vector w. Starting at P is the starting point of w, and I, for some reason, colored it green. And the thickness I've set to 5. Again, the thickness and color are options that you can leave off. And then I asked my plot1, and so here's what it is. Okay, and then now let's plot the plane that passes through this point in black and is parallel to these two vectors in red and green. So that's what this question here is asking. Plot the plane through that same point that is parallel to that vector v that was given before and this other vector w. Alright, so we've got this vector w, and I've already defined it, but let's just run it again. Okay, and then for a plane, we need two parameters. We've already got our variable t. We need to introduce another variable, so I'll call it s. And then now, here's the parametric form of the equation of the plane. It's p plus t times v plus s times w. We've got two parameters, and then when I hit Shift-Enter, this is the equation in terms of x, y, and z coordinates. And so then we throw that into the myParametricPlot3D function. Let's see what that gives us. Oops. Okay, so it gives us this plane. And then once again, what I want to do next is just add to it the original point P and the vector v and w so we can see what's going on. So this time I'm deciding to call it myPlot. This is different from the myPlot1 earlier. So I start with the myPlot parametric 3D of the plane, and then I add to it the point P. Then down here, add to that plot the vector w and the vector v as well, starting at P, both of them. So let's hit Shift-Enter and then ask what my plot is. Okay, and then that's this thing here. Let's see, I've colored the plane this time in light blue, and here we have it. Okay, then one more thing. Let's find the normal vector to this plane, and that is given by the cross product of these two vectors, v and w. So that's this line here. U is equal to v dot cross product w. Hit Shift-Enter, and then ask what u is. So u is this vector here, and then let's add that vector u to my plot. And then now let's see what my plot looks like. And here we see that we found the normal vector indeed, that the cross product of these two vectors does indeed give the normal vector to the plane spanned by those two initial vectors.